Joel here with BodyCam Breakdown TV. Today's footage comes from BodyCam Network USA. If you want to watch the original video without my commentary or breakdown, I'll have the full footage linked below so you can watch it start to finish. While on patrol, Des Moines police noticed the same vehicle circling the area several times in just a matter of minutes. As they watched more closely, the driver's actions became unusual enough to justify a traffic stop. What begins as an attempt to figure out what's going on soon develops into something worth a closer look. The breakdown starts now.
501.
No, we're good. Hello.
Hi. Copy that.
Why are you avoiding me so hard?
I have terrible night vision.
Yeah.
And I don't do well with bright lights in my eyes.
She's already offering excuses for why she didn't stop, but officers still need to establish the basic facts before addressing those explanations. The next step will likely be confirming her identity, so they can keep the stop focused on gathering information before deciding where the encounter goes from here.
Okay. Who was shining their lights in your eyes?
No, your light, I'm assuming that was you behind, any bright light. I have to, it with my vision.
Do you have a driver's license?
I have a Michigan State driver's license.
Okay, is it valid?
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay, so you should be good.
Michigan resident.
Okay.
I don't have it on me though.
The driver says she has a license but doesn't have it with her. With that noted, the officers are about to shift their attention to the passenger, since speaking with everyone in the vehicle helps them build a clearer picture of the situation.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
You got your ID on you?
I don't have ID, sir.
You don't have one at all?
Oh,
Why not?
okay, yeah,
what's the problem?
you know what it is.
You don't have a seatbelt on.
Huh?
Okay, so
I didn't take it off.
Okay. What's your last name, bud?
My last name is Jones.
The officers are now working to identify the passenger as well. Confirming everyone's identity helps them understand who's involved before deciding what steps, if any, need to come next.
Jones?
So,
What's your first name?
Desmond.
Desmond?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's
Spell that.
our thing is
DESMOND.
we're running to my mom's really quick because I have a
What's your date of birth?
Date of birth May 6,
She lives right off of 2nd.
5690.
1993. So, can I ask you something like?
How old are you?
No,
I
that's
am
What?
Why you guys?
you see
Why?
The officer has already noticed something doesn't add up. Once a person's identity or story comes into question, officers will usually slow things down and start verifying the information before moving any further. Let's see where this goes.
How old are you?
Why you guys
I'm not pressing you. I'm just asking you a question.
She's the one driving, so I don't know why you guys pressing me.
I'm just having a conversation with you.
Did I do anything wrong? I'm not driving. I'm not doing anything wrong, sir.
Okay. Either way.
No, I just moved.
So, is this all your correct information?
But why?
Yes or no? Yeah, it's a yes or no question.
I'm not doing anything wrong, sir.
Is this all your correct information?
The officers are about to have him step out of the vehicle. Moving someone outside often gives officers better control of the encounter and makes it easier to continue the investigation safely. Let's see how he responds.
Desmond.
Yeah, you got one.
Do me a favor, step out for me.
Is there a reason why?
Yeah, because I'm telling you to.
What did I do?
Huh? I'm telling you. Okay. I'm going to ask you, step out for me.
Okay, man. But what the hell did I do?
Just me first, then you.
Why y'all
Me first, then you.
Why y'all messing with me? I didn't do anything.
Open the door. Otherwise, I'm going to open the door.
The situation is about to become more complicated. The passenger is refusing to get out, leaving the officers to decide how they'll safely gain compliance. Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
What did I do, man?
501.
Open the door. Hey, yeah, and he's trying to put it in drive. Don't. Hey, don't you.
Why y'all with me? I didn't do anything. I'm not driving.
Get out of the car.
All right, man. All right, I'll get out.
Or I'll pull you out through the window myself.
The passenger has now started the vehicle, changing the situation for everyone on scene. At this point, officers have to consider both their safety and the possibility that the vehicle could be driven away, so they're about to move quickly to regain control by removing him from the car. Let's see how he responds.
Get out!
Hey. I didn't do anything.
Get out.
Okay, man.
No.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Turn and face.
I didn't do anything.
Shit. Why y'all let me do anything wrong?
You didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm innocent. You're right.
The officers have him out of the vehicle, but gaining control isn't over yet. A subject who continues resisting after exiting can make handcuffing much more difficult, so the officers will stay focused on controlling his movements until he's safely secured.
I'm innocent.
You're gonna get...
I'm not doing anything.
The resistance is becoming much more aggressive now. Once a struggle reaches this level, the officer's priority is stopping the resistance and getting him under control as quickly and safely as possible.
On the ground.
The struggle is becoming much more aggressive now. At this point, the officer's focus is on ending the resistance as quickly as possible so they can regain control of the situation safely.
Mama! Mama! Mama!
Tased. Taser, taser, taser. Get him. Taser.
You dumbass! Yeah!
Handcuff.
Hold, dumbass!
Handcuff.
Get arms!
The officers have decided to use a taser after lower levels of force weren't enough to gain control. Its purpose is to stop the active resistance long enough for officers to safely secure the subject. Let's see if it brings the struggle to an end.
Handcuffs.
Get arms!
You're gonna get it again.
Okay!
Give me your arm. Give me your arm.
Yeah!
I have one hold. Give me another. You're the dumbest. Trying to.
Even after the taser, he's continuing to resist. When that happens, officers have to quickly adapt and use other control techniques to safely bring the encounter to an end.
Give us more.
I'm kidding, bro. We don't have more.
Lay out. Lay out. Lay out. Lay out flat. Lay out. Lay out flat.
The officers are about to try getting him into handcuffs. Until he's secured, they'll stay focused on controlling his movements, because the situation can still change in an instant. Let's see how it goes.
Please, sir, I love my son.
Okay, if you choke him out, dude.
Dude, look at me in my eyes. I'm a man.
Shut the fuck up.
A good man.
Listen,
I
you're
want
an
to
idiot.
I swear to God, please, sir. I want to be a black man, but I love him. I'm a good man. Look at me, sir.
He's still actively resisting, so the officers can't stop now. They'll continue working together to control his movements until they can safely get him into handcuffs.
I was trying. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good.
I got his head. Just keep that on.
I got his arm.
Hang on, I'm on it.
Yep. I'm done, guys. I'm done.
Yeah, congratulations.
Check the beam on the car.
Go on her. Don't let her.
Hang on.
The incident ended with the passenger being taken into custody after officers brought the struggle under control. According to the case outcome, he was charged with removing a radio from an officer, 3 counts of interference with official acts causing injury, harassment of a public official or employee, and disarming a peace officer. He is scheduled to be released from prison in 2028. As the encounter escalated, the officers shifted from trying to gain compliance through commands to focusing on safely ending the resistance and securing the scene. What are your thoughts on how the officers handled this incident? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, that's the end of today's breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, how do you think this situation went down? Did the officers handle it the right way, or would you have done something differently? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next BodyCam breakdown.